Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and I have a question. How many Petite Planner users do I have out there? Well, if you are a Petite Planner user, you are going to enjoy seeing what I have here. I got a box from ERIN CONDREN a couple of days ago, and when I looked inside, my eyes went, like in the cartoons where they go out and in. Oh, it was like, wow, 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 wow. Especially about what's in the bag. So I'm trying to keep that a secret. So I've got a bunch of Petite Planners here, and we're just going to take a look at all of them. Some of them are old favorites, and some of them are totally new. There's at least one completely new thing that I haven't seen anywhere at all so far, but we have a new look for some of the old favorites. So let's open this one up. This is in ERIN CONDREN's new colorways scheme. And it's so fun to look at these colors, like look at the top and then bring your eyes down. You really can't put your finger on where the color changes, but you started with blue here and you ended with green there. Well, this is the new look for the meal planner. So we have had meal planners before, and the meal planner hasn't really changed, but the previous designs have these cute little icons of kitchen gadgets on the front, and this is a different look. It's just a sleek look. And so it's got more of a, I would say, monochromatic look inside. This might even be from the Focused collection, but I know that I recognize this as the Just My Type kind of fonts. And this is definitely the Color Blends colorway on the front. So you get every week a place on the left where you can plan out your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you can reconfigure that if you don't do like meal plans for all 3 meals every day. But you could use this whole thing for dinner. You could do like the main dish, the vegetable course, and the dessert, whatever. You can, revamp that, but it goes from Sunday down to Saturday. And then you can take your meal plan and from that, pull out what you need to get at the grocery store. And then if there are any notes, like things that you need to make ahead of time, things that you maybe want to shred, chop up, have ready to go ahead of time, you can put those down in your meal prep strategy. And you get a bunch of these. 28 of those weekly meal planning spreads with your shopping list. So that's going to last you a long time. And then after that, we go into a sort of a different spread, which is for planning dinner parties. I like to use this for things like Thanksgiving. I've used it for the last few years for Thanksgiving because we generally have guests. And I love this chart where you list who the guests are, any special requests that they have. And at Thanksgiving time, people do have special requests, things that they always love to have at Thanksgiving, or maybe even a request of please don't serve this. And then you could also keep track of any food allergies, which is super smart. I personally have 2 food allergies, so I appreciate this. And then you can keep track of what everybody is bringing, if that is the case. You've got your shopping list here, and then you can map out your schedule to plan out your dinner party and really pull that thing off successfully. All right, and for dinner parties, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. All right, then you get a price tracker spread. So if there's something that is, kind of difficult to get a good deal on at one store, but maybe another store has a good deal on it, this is where you kind of keep your secret price information so that you can get the most for your dollar when you're shopping. So I know that there is this one brand of cookies that my husband really likes that is a much better price at one store than it is at another. So you can use these 2 grid pages to keep track of those prices. Then you get spaces for recipe cards. So we can keep track of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 recipes. So this is really handy if you're going to take this with you to the grocery store. Let's say you haven't had a chance to really make out your shopping list, maybe even haven't made a meal plan, but you've got some favorite trusted recipes in the back. You can just take this with you, and then you are sure to not forget to pick up the ingredients that you need. And then a couple of conversion charts back here. One for your measurements and another for if a recipe calls for, these are mainly for baking. So if it calls for a certain size pan, then you might be able to use this size pan instead. And then you get a pocket in the back with cute little stickers. So I love these, especially the avocado. That's my favorite. And if you find a recipe that is a big hit for one of the picky eaters in your house, you can slap that big hit sticker down on top of that recipe. So this is a reimagining of the meal planner that so many people use day in and day out. So this is a nice, pretty new look for it. Next, we have another color blends look, and this one's for the budget book. I personally love my A5 coiled budget book from ERIN CONDREN, but you can also keep track of a full year in one of these petite sizes. It just doesn't have quite as many pages, but it has a few things that the coiled version doesn't. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's what the beginning has, a savings tracker at the beginning. I don't think the coiled one has this. And you can actually pick something that you're saving for, how much you've deposited during a certain month, the total that you have saved, and you can even like show different things that you're saving for. Like this says saving for here, but it also says saving for there. So there are 12 boxes here. So let's say that in the month of September, you're saving for two things. You're saving for Christmas gifts and you're saving for a trip next spring. So you can put those two projects there and then keep track of how much you were able to deposit and then calculate your total savings as of that month. And then a few little blank lines at the bottom that you can use any way you like. Then here is your monthly overview. So in my coiled version, these are circles. And what I do with them is think of 3 financial goals that are very doable. So not giant goals. These are things that I can do in 1 month. And I know that, for example, 1 month it was cancel cable, okay? Now, that seems simple enough to write it down, but calling up the cable company and staying on the line with them for 5 hours is not exactly something you check off just like that. So you try to make them something that you can do in maybe a day or a couple of days. And if you have a larger financial project, just choose one component of it that you can check off that will help you get closer to that financial goal. Now these headers are fully changeable, so don't feel locked into what we have at the top of each box. But what it comes with is future purchases, you're planning ahead, future bills, your income, your savings, housing expenses, food expenses, utilities, health expenses, and then these are totally blank. And then you have a place for debt payments, and then a monthly tally at the end. So your total income for the whole month, all of your expenses totaled, the difference or the amount that you were able to save. Now, what I do is change these almost completely. For one thing, I need more than this for income because I have so many small side hustles. So I designate one area like this for my income and one for my husband's income and kind of double the space. And another thing is that we have a lot of transportation expense. My husband travels a whole lot for his job, and so I need a whole section for transportation. And I think this may be enough for all of the bills that I typically have in a month. But one thing that you could do is make both of these columns for your bills for the month and then just check them off when they're paid so that that helps you to stay on track and not overlook a bill by mistake. Now this is just a register very similar to your checkbook register, and you can use it like a checkbook register, or you could instead keep track of sinking funds, or you could maybe just list tax deductible expenses or tax relevant expenses or other tax information. I would be more compelled to do that personally in this size book because you get this spread and this one. I think I might run out of room if I was listing every single transaction, but in your case, maybe this is plenty of room for every transaction. Up to you. It's not dated at all, so you just choose what month that you want each of these sections to be for. You don't see a month up here, it just says monthly overview. So this is the same thing all over again, and you have enough for 12 months. And then let's look in the back. A few little extras. Okay, so here's the end of the last month. The color has changed by the time you get to the 12th month. Then you get some debt trackers. So let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So goodness, that's a lot of them. You could put, you know, some credit cards. You could make this for one credit card, this for another credit card. You could list them in order of maybe your priority. The one that you want to pay off the soonest could go here. You could do some student loan balances or some auto loans, any other kind of debt that you want to. That's plenty of space for debt tracking. And then you get a cute little financial sticker sheet with calculators, credit cards, dollar bills, and lots of little check marks. I think those are adorable. Little ATM, where'd the ATM go? Here it is. And a safe. Those are great. Those are great. Okay, so it's just a new look for the Petite budget book. Now here is a Mid-Century Circles Petite journal, and this takes me back to my first Petite journal, which was also Mid-Century Circles. And you know what? Maybe I should go dig it out so we can compare the cover and see if it's changed, because it looks so similar to me. Hang on, I'll be right back. Here it is. So it's a little bit different. This one did have some silver metallic foiling on it, but the paper is better in this one. This is totally filled up, by the way. I mean, I don't want to get into what all's in there, but every single page is filled up. No, I don't throw away stuff. I have a lot of these that are totally filled up, and I sometimes reference them and look back at them. So anyway, it's just kind of tried and true Mid-Century Circles, and this one is a productivity layout. Look how pretty. Let yourself fully be in the here and now. The productivity layout has a margin on the right side of your right side page that has checklists on it. So hopefully you can see the little dots here. Okay, so I think that this can actually be a makeshift daily planner. So if you're one of those people who doesn't need a daily planner every single day, this is a great thing for you, because you can kind of put the date up here. You can brainstorm everything that you need to get done. You can put a shopping list over here, or you can use this for your appointments, or you can prioritize your brain dump over here. You know, it's very customizable. You can put anything that you want to right there. So this could say appointments, or it could say shopping list, or it could say top priorities. You know, it's up to you. And these colors change as you go through the book. So it's lined on the back of each page, but you get the productivity layout is what they call it on the right side page. And then there's no pocket and no stickers with this. It is just a functional, fully customizable book. All right, and then we're getting into one I've never had before, but I do think there has been a travel journal before, but look how pretty this new one is. Okay, so here is the travel journal. It says, "You are on your way." Look at the pretty script on the front and the globe. Okay. So it is a Petite Planner travel journal, time for a new adventure. I love the look of the globe. And here are your reservations and to-dos on this side. So you've got flights, rental cars, lodging, reservation numbers, things to do the week before, things to do the day of, and a packing list. So here are your essentials, your toiletries, your technology, smart, clothing, and others. That's great. And then while you are away on your trip, you want to be able to log some things. So you've got landmarks that you've seen, entertainment, shops, restaurant, and then you can list your trip itinerary. So it doesn't have days of the week. It just says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Nice. And then daily adventures. So you can really get into the nitty-gritty here. So let's say this is day 1 of your trip. You can put the date up here, keep track of the weather here, circle the day of the week. What are you going to see today? What is today's outfit? Any reservations that you have, like for dinner or for your lodging. What did you eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack? And then you put your favorite moment of today. So I saw the Eiffel Tower, whatever. And then you can list your expenses. So when you went into the gift shop and you picked up a gift for someone back home and how much it cost. And then this, you know what? This is the perfect size. Let me measure it. It's about 2 1/4 wide and about 3 inches tall. So this would work great with like your HP sprocket. If you've printed out an instant picture, you can just stick it right there. Or later on, if you print some pictures when you get home, you can put one there of that day. All right, and then the next day, so let's see how many days you get in this adventure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I bet we start a new trip. Yes, we do. So let's see how many trips we could take. Okay, so 1 trip, here comes the second. Okay, so I think I can just look at the color of this little flag right here to help me know when each section ends. So that was 2 trips, and then we're on the green trip now, and then the blue trip, so that was 3, here comes 4. It's probably going to be 4. So at the end of that section, okay. Ah, look what you get at the end. Places that you want to go back to. So, hey, this trip was so fun. I want to go back and visit these landmarks or do this entertainment or visit these shops or restaurants. So if you have some favorites and you want to recommend them to another friend who's going to take a similar trip, then you will have this to be able to just pull out and give some recommendations. All right, and then some dot grid pages. You could scrapbook back here, put some pictures back here, and then there are no stickers. It's just time for a new adventure. This will last me a really long time. I've never had one of these, but you know what? I am planning a trip pretty soon, so good timing. Okay, so here is the wellness log. So here's what the wellness log looks like. It's kind of similar to the meal planner in some respects. Well, for one thing, you take stock at the beginning and talk about your starting point. So this can work well as a weight loss journal if you want it to be. If you don't want it to be a weight loss journal, just use it for your general health. All right, so this is what I was talking about. It's similar in a way to the meal planner because you have Monday through Sunday, and you can list your activities over here, but you can list breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks over here. So it's a similar horizontal layout of each day. But on this activity side, you can keep track of how many ounces of water you've had. And right here, I've got my giant water thing. I try to fill this up at least once a day, sometimes twice. It's huge. Can't fit it on the camera. So keep track of your water, the steps that you've taken, and how many hours that you slept. And then you can just write down, what did you do? Did you walk? Did you do like a workout video? Are those a thing of the past? I don't know. Boy, I used to do workout videos all the time. Does anybody know who Gilad is? What was the name of his show? It was on ESPN, and I think it came on at 6 in the morning. It was something with Gilad. Tell me if you remember the name of that show. I used to do that show. I loved it. So look at all these days that you get. This is going to be a bunch. Let me see if it changes. Okay. Got a place for your clothing size somewhere. So wait a minute. Oh, so monthly progress. We're going to have little breaks here and there. So you can keep track of this, and probably every 4 or 5 pages, we're going to get some monthly progress. There we go. So we can check in and list our accomplishments and progress. This is great. And in the back, you get a few notes pages, and then you can kind of sum it all up at the end with things that you have achieved. And here are your stickers. Isn't this great? Nice. Okay, so here's the brand new thing, and I don't want you to see yet what's in this bag, so hang on. Whoop. Hiding that. This is brand new. Now, if it's not brand new, you'll just have to tell me. I have never seen this before. I think it is brand new. It's a plant journal. Would you look how pretty this cover is? It's a plant journal. And it's kind of a melon color with various plants on the front and on the back, potted and hanging plants. So if you are a plant, look, I just opened up to the back, and this is just so cute. This is your plant wish list. Do people have plant wish lists? Look at that. Well, I know my stepmother does. She has a plant wish list, definitely. She's got so many plants and knows the names of everything. Your propagation tracker. Oh my word. Now, you gardeners out there, you know what this is about. The repotting log. I need to repot something right now. I've got one of those aloe plants that needs to be repotted. And fertilizer tracker. Sorry, I'm starting in the back, but we might as well. So you can list the plant name and the fertilizer, the plant name and the fertilizer, and then you can put the dates when you did it, so you're not overfeeding that plant. All right, so at this point, I think we need to go to the beginning. The cover page is so cute. It's just like this, but with a place to put your name in the front. And then how to use this book. So you catalog your plant family. It's a family. Catalog your plant family. Track your plant's care. Growing the plant family and have fun. This is so cute. And it says bloom where you are planted. How great. Okay, so name, adoption. This is just too cute. Name, adoption date, adopted from, species, variety. Is it pet friendly? What's the ideal temperature? What's the ideal humidity? And what kind of sunlight does it need? What is its soil preference? Common pests to look out for. What type of fertilizer? And then just notes. Oh my goodness. So I have never said I adopted this plant, okay? I have received gift plants from people, so that could be adopted from. That would be adorable if you know who gave you a plant. But if I go to Lowe's and I buy a plant, I usually don't say that I adopted it that day. Clearly, I need to change my ways. All right, watering needs, watering schedule. So here's your watering log. Look at that. I have no idea how you use the watering log. I guess you just put the dates in there when you've watered it. And then another plant. So you have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32 plants. Oh my goodness. Now, that's a lot of plants. I have like 4, okay? 32 plants. Now, I'm just going to be honest, okay? If this were my plant journal, which it is, I mean, it's in my hands and it's mine, I feel like I would need to have a place here where I either log the death date because a lot of my plants die, or maybe I get an award for not having a dead plant, something like that. I think the whole killing your plant issue is not addressed in here. Okay, but this is great. I think my stepmother is going to get this. I think of all the people that I know, she is going to love this the most. I think. I'll have to think about it. I don't know if she wants to journal about her plants. I also have another friend who's pretty handy with plants. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of these beautiful petite journals, would you like to see what was in that bag? Okay. You see it, right? You see it. Oh, it's an on-the-go folio. This is what you keep your petite planners in. And this one's in mid-century circles. And I love the pastel hues on this cover and the blush interior. Oh, this is so pretty. And it's so soft too. You know, the newer petite planners, the folios for them, I think are softer than the old ones. I don't know what changed. They're softer. Okay, so you have these 4 elastic bands here. So let's say that, now Sarah is not going to be carrying this around, but let's say that Sarah wants to carry this around. This I would use less frequently, so unless I was on my trip, I wouldn't put that in there. Definitely would want a journal. Might want to keep track of my budgeting also. And let's say that I'm going to the grocery store. So here's what you do. And you don't have to put 4 petite planners in here, but you can. So you just find the middle spot here where you see the stitching, and you feed that through one of these elastic straps, And then that one's set. So let's open this up to the center point where we see the stitching, and then pull it through, and then open this to the center point. Now this is not how I'm going to set up this folio. This is an example. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. That's a little bit out there, a little different. And I'm also going to show you one that I currently use. All right, so all 4 of these are in here, and then you just kind of straighten them out. And then to keep it closed, you pull this elastic strap around it. That's what you do. So all of them are protected. You can carry this with you. You can even keep it in the car if it's something that you need every single day. You can put your daily planner. These petite planners come in daily planners also. They didn't send me any of those, but they do come in just daily planners. So you can take those on the go. But this way, it's just so easy to find what you're looking for. All right, now let me show you one that I currently use, because I've got a few bells and whistles on that one that you might like. This is one that I've posted pictures on Instagram several times of, because it's the one that I pick up and grab anytime I'm taking my mom to one of her medical appointments. So I am kind of my mom's assistant, my mom's personal assistant. So she's gotten older, she doesn't drive anymore, and I take her to the doctor. So what I have in here are books. There's a journal and there's a calendar. I keep track. I won't open it because it has her personal information, but I take notes at every doctor's visit. And let me just tell you, these doctors who see me doing it are impressed. They think it's really organized, and I log her blood pressure, her weight, any changes in her medication, any questions that she has. So we are just ready for every doctor's visit. And then you know how they hand out those little appointment cards sometimes, or they give you a prescription? I can tuck cards, identification cards in here, all sorts of things. I've got a master list of all of her medications. Now there's something I want to show you without showing her personal info. This doesn't really show anything personal here, but this is the back side of a pocket insert that you can get to add into your folio. This has a big pocket on this side, but on the front, see, there's more on the front. I just don't want to show it because it has her cards in it. There are spots for like 3 credit card size things. And then on another side, it's 2 kind of square pockets. So that's a really handy thing. This is a little pouch where I keep pens and stuff. So this is a planny pack. I've just attached it to the front inside cover here of the on-the-go folio. And then the elastic strap fits around the whole thing. And then this was a little gift that was in our summer seasonal surprise box from ERIN CONDREN, if you got one of those. It's actually a bookmark kind of a charm, but I wanted to bling up this petite planner. But wouldn't it look cute on this? It would. It would. And you know, some people line these up on a shelf and they look so cute. I think I have a total of 4 or 5 of these. My very first one was called Lagoon, and I don't know if they still have the Lagoon color, but that one has my initials on it, because I think you can actually get your initials debossed on the front of these. So each on-the-go folio comes with one of these dust bags, or it comes in a dust bag. Now, I told you that I would tell you what I'm going to do with this. I actually don't need another planner for myself. I'm already using a Daily Duo in the A5 agenda size from ERIN CONDREN, and I'm using a 7x9 life planner binder. But what I do like to do is write all the time. I like to take notes when I'm listening to somebody speak. And I like to write down ideas. I like to brain dump. I like to make to-do lists. So I think what I'm actually going to do with this, because it's gorgeous and I need to do something with it, I'm going to put 4, maybe even less, but you know, it'll fit 4 lined journals in here. That's what I'm going to do. And each one can be for something different. Okay, now looky here. I was so excited that this was in the box that they sent me from ERIN CONDREN. Do you know what this is? It's a strap for their planner bags. So this one is the Mid-Century Circles one, and it matches this folio perfectly. And You can hook this on any of their canvas or leather bags or the clear bag. Here's the clear bag. So look, you've got your beautiful planner and you don't want to hide it away where nobody can see it. You want to show it off, right? And then you can customize the clear bag with your choice of strap. So this mid-century circles one could not be more perfect for what we have in the bag here. And these are so strong. They feel like super heavy duty, like seat belts. They're super strong and they just hook on. So now you've got a bag that shows off your on-the-go folio and you've got a matching strap to go with it. This strap is adjustable. This one has rose gold hardware on it, I believe. Let's look here. It looks to me like this is gold. This looks gold to me. And then this part, is this rose gold or is it just reflecting off of the colors on the strap? Let's take off the plastic and see. I actually think it's gold, but just in the lighting in this room and with some of these pinks next to it, it kind of gets a pink cast to it. But look how substantial that hardware is. This is so pretty. I have 4 other straps, I think. I have both of the layer straps. I've got colorful layers and neutral layers. I have flower power, and then I have a red and blue stripe one, and then what else? A black and tan one. Okay, and I also have a black canvas bag, which is basically the same setup as this, but this is a little bit more simple. It just has one clear pocket on the inside. So if you're going somewhere where you want to be able to easily show what's in your bag without somebody actually reaching in there and going through it, you might want this. But also if you just want to show off your pretty planner or what it is that you're carrying, this is like an ideal planner bag. I love the clear tote for that. Okay, so at ERIN CONDREN, when you order, you get free shipping if you reach the $75 threshold. So if you haven't reached that, you might want some other ideas for things that you can add on. So one thing that's just really fun, this is fun for all ages, is the new mini gel pen set. This is a 24 pack. And you get all of these colors of gel pens. Some of them are metallic and some of them are just really kind of neon. They all work really well in my experience. I've been using mine and I like them. They're great for writing on darker stickers or on dark stationery. So that's one thing you might want to consider. Another thing is a nice sticker book because, you know, you're gonna find a use for a sticker book. So if you haven't seen the Mid-Century Circles edition, let me flip through it very quickly for you. This was introduced at launch day for the new life planners. So a lot of us have seen it before. But for those who have not, here's what you get. It's a combination of paper stickers, washi stickers, and clear stickers. And this is really fun. Have you seen what PetitePlanner does with these circular stickers? It's terrific. I want to do that on my birthday week. So actually that's coming up. I want to decorate with that. And then some washi strips and headers with silver foiling, or they're done with silver foiling, and then just some big functional boxes, some event stickers in blues and reds, greens, half circles, and event stickers. Okay, so a sticker book is a good way to kind of push yourself over that $75 threshold if you're trying to get free shipping. They also make great gifts. I think kids love these. I had an extra set of these that I gifted to someone, and now I have this set, so I can probably give this to someone too. But I have a friend who from time to time comes over and she checks out my stash of planner stuff, and she snatched up this extra set of gel pens right away, and they're really cute, really good. And even though they're tiny, once you put the lid on the top, they're not as short as they seem. They're, you know, they are short, but that gives them a little bit more length, so it at least goes off your hand. It's not like it's not like that, but they write really well. And I've done a whole pen test. If you check my back to school launch video, you can see a pen test of all of these colors and see how vibrant they are. They're terrific. Okay, so let's pull everything out here and look at it one more time. We've got all of these specialty petite planners, as well as just the productivity notebook petite planner, some gel pens, the brand new mid-century circles on the go folio that you can fill up with your 4 favorite petite planners. This nice mid-century circle sticker book that's upside down. There we go. And the clear bag with the mid-century circle strap. Oh, it's really hard to not imagine these as just going together. This is a kit, right? All right, so if you have any questions about any of these cool new petite planners, let me know. Like I said, I don't have any of the daily petite planners with me, but the daily version is going to be on the website when all of the petite planners launch. I think that's on September 7th. So take a look at the new design. I think it's going to be the same structure inside, the same layout, but just a different cover and maybe some slightly different embellishments inside. And I will link all of these things. And when I find the links to the new daily petite planners, I will link those below as well. If you've never ordered from ERIN CONDREN before, be sure to get $10 off by clicking on a referral link. I will put mine down below, but use anybody's referral link so that you'll get $10 off. And I am really excited about all this stuff. I want to go check my stash and see if I have 4 lined journals, because that's my favorite. They do have dot grid journals too. So if you're a bullet journaler and you love dot grid, they do have dot grid journals, but I'm going to fill this up with lined journals, and I think maybe I have 4 in my stash. So that's what's going in mine. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.